If your agency or brand doesn't have a signature look, you are doing things wrong. The reason why you want a signature look is because whenever someone looks at your videos or views your video, you want them to think and know that the video is made by you. Whether you are an agency, a marketing agency, or you are a product brand or service-based brand, any business that's on social media, you want to have a signature look. So today I'm gonna take you through a detailed breakdown of my signature look in the videos I create for my clients. So let's dive into the video right now. So this is just a holiday market recap I did for a client. I have a couple shots I want to take you guys through. These are probably the best shots, my favorite shots, personally color graded and everything. So as you see, this is the before, and this is the after. You see that I have that kind of warm look. You see there's some blur on the edges, kind of putting focus to the middle of the frame. There's some elation, some glow. Kind of more filmic look, which is my personal favorite look and what I try to color grade all my videos in. Here's the thing with client videos. You can have your signature look, but you can like kind of customize that look to what the clients want. So if you're an agency, you're more inclined to change your style according to the clients you have, but still keep in some remnants of that style you like. So sometimes I go more intense on the look or less intense depending on the client that I'm serving and making videos for. So I want to take you through the process, my whole process of color grading this, because color grading is my favorite part of the editing process by far. The good thing is that DaVinci Resolve is what like Hollywood uses to color grade their films, and it's free too. There's a paid version obviously, but you can use the free version, which is just as powerful. It's definitely the best color grading software out there, like no jokes. Like it'll trump any other color grading software. It's like the color grading software. So first, as you see, I have a list of all the nodes. So DaVinci Resolve is a node-based kind of system where you use nodes to color grade, and in the Fusion tab, which is more for VFX and motion graphics. So nodes are basically just categories kind of. So it's like whenever you're color grading and you see that there's a problem, you can turn off a node or pinpoint where the problem is coming from. So what I start with is just a quick HDR adjustment, and this is basically just I lowered the highlights, then I bumped up the shadows so it's more HDR. You can see that the histogram on the bottom corner, the highlights are kind of clipping and the shadows are kind of up. So you do this, gives it a little bit more contrast. Then I have the Rec 709 LUT. So I shot in S-Gamma 3 Cine on my Sony camera. That's what this log is, shot in log for better color range. So this is basically the normal look. You can see it's obviously pretty bland, it's pretty normal, it's boring. Okay, so what I do next is adjust the primaries. Primaries, the gain and the lift function. And what I try to do is get the top to this 896 mark in my waveform, and then try to get the bottom to my around the 128.0 mark, depending on how you want it to look like. So I have it a bit higher than the 0 mark just because I like the look of this like this. This just kind of basically gives it that normal look. This is color correct. So right now this is like just the base action. It's just getting the footage ready to color grade. Next up, I have just a temperature switch, which is just 100, which is a bit more warmer. You can see with or without it. You can see with and without. It's not that big of a difference. Next is the LUT I use, which is, it's the Minimal Tones LUT pack from Landon, by the way. It is the MT Kodak LUT. And I mean, you could take this and be like, done. It's what most people do too. But like the LUT shouldn't be like the end of your color grading process. It should actually be the beginning. So next, I do a tint adjustment, add some magenta, because right now you can see there's a bit of green tint because I shoot on Sony. So add some magenta in there, bump up that tint, and then it's back looking to normal. And then after, I do curves. It's just contrast. So you see right here, I can lower or make the contrast bigger. So yeah, we got that. It's just contrast, the S-curve. You can get the contrast from like here too, but I like my more customized S-curve right here. Now Dehancer, which is my favorite plugin ever. Now next step is Dehancer, which is my favorite plugin ever. Like no joke. This is where all the halation, the kind of film grain look comes in. So you see, I have 35mm ISO 250 film grain enabled. It's very subtle. I mean, you can, if you pixel peep, you can see the film grain. But yeah, it's all those subtle things that make the color grades the best. Then I add 35mm halation, which you can see it's not too much. It's at 51.6 right now, so about half power. Full power is just, honestly, full power is too much, honestly. So you just want to go around half power for that perfect look, just around the highlights. And then I add bloom, which just adds a little, which just softens the lights and the highlights. You can see right here, with, and without it. We like that. And then this is also, and then this is radial blur. I apply it and it basically puts a blur around the edges of the frame, which one, adds a nice stylized look that I really like, and two, makes you focus to the center of the frame, and the edges are kind of blurred. So yeah, you make it look like, so you make the center of the frame stand out. Just kind of personal preference here. And then I add the glow node, which just adds that glow effect. I don't know how to describe it. I just call it the glow effect. And do what you will to settings. I kind of customize them. And I've been refining my color grading workflow for years right now. So this is years of hard work. Like back in the days, my color grades, I thought they were the best. They were really bad. Do not go back and watch those videos. So this glow kind of, it adds contrast and some glow. I can't really pinpoint what it is. It's just like, it makes it look better and more filmic, and makes it a bit more contrasty. And then the next and last step is my prism blur, which what it is, it's basically kind of what radial blur is, but what it does is add a vignette, and it also adds some aberration to the edges. So you see right now, you see the radial blur, it's pretty blurred in the corner right here. Let's look right here. Pretty blurred, but with the prism blur, it adds a tiny bit of vignette, and see that aberration right there, that color? So that just makes you even more focused to the middle of the frame, because it kind of puts a vignette, blur, aberration kind of framing around it. And I also like this look. It looks pretty cool. And that's just personal preference. I like it. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't really care. I just kind of create what I like. And you know, this has been years of work in the process. So this is the final grade. Before, pretty flat, pretty gray, and after, beauty. I just want to go through each different frame. So this is kind of a medium/wide frame. This is a wide establishing shot. One thing I want to note here is just how perfectly, like these trees look, oh, that blur around the edge of the tree right there. Oh, it's perfect. This area right here, the light, how it hits it. It was sunrise too, so it was perfect lighting, like perfect lighting. There's this shot, no, skip. And then there's this alto shot, which is literally just a Chick-fil-A balloon flying up in the air. Tripod wide shot. This is one of my favorite frames because you can see that color grain. You can see the film grain in the sky because the sky is plain. So you can see it right there. It's just perfect. There's like, these three shots are probably my most favorite shots in the whole market recap video, just because of the light and how it interacts with the scene and how the color grade perfectly. So I just went through my whole process. Remember, it took me years perfecting this process, and I'm still in the process of perfecting it every single time I edit a video. So I want to encourage you, make sure to color grade your videos and get that practice in, because if you don't color grade your videos, they look like everyone else's videos. And you can make some pretty normal, bland camera footage look pretty vibrant, and cinematic and personal on the way you color grade. So go color grade, make sure to create your signature look, look up tutorials on YouTube for specific things, specific nodes, and use DaVinci Resolve, because DaVinci Resolve is the best color grading software out there in the world right now. No joke, hands down. So get it. It's free too. Thanks for watching. See you later. Peace.